Hi again. Okay, this one, the name of this spread makes me laugh. It's called the Stalker spread. So it's about a tarot card that's stalking you, or some kind of oracle card or something. You know how sometimes you go through a phase and you just keep getting the same card over and over again, or you get the same message over and over again. And you feel like you're being stalked by it, maybe even. I know some of you felt like this for a while with the education, like, further your education guidance. That card kept coming up, right? Study something, study something, study something. So, yeah, so this is a really fun spread for finding out what the card that is stalking you is trying to say. Okay, so that's really fun. I have 3 decks here, and I'm seeing a bit of a pattern emerging where I'm using my two main decks and then the guest deck in the middle, which is kind of fun. Today the guest deck is the Wild Unknown tarot deck that was given to me by a dear friend for my birthday, which is tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to do the birthday spread in honor of my birthday. And yeah, so anyone else whose birthday is tomorrow, maybe they'll click on it. But for now, we're going to see what tarot card, why a specific tarot card or message is stalking you. Okay, I'm going to open the energy, let you pick your decks, and we'll go from there. All right, if you haven't picked a deck yet, pause the video and do so while thinking of the message or tarot card or oracle card that has been stalking you. I love that we're describing it that way. It makes me laugh. Yeah, it just, I have these very visual. So I just see this card stalking you right now, which is making me laugh. It's not a scary stalker. He's a friendly stalker. She's a friendly stalker, this card. So it's not scary. It's just making me laugh. So anyway, all right, let's start with the sun deck, the gold deck. We need 4 cards to come out. And there's our first one. Number 1 goes there. And then we need 3 more for deck number 1. And here we go. Okay, so that one does want to come out, so that's number 2. That's number 3. And we'll get number 4 here in a second. Number 4, there we go. All right. So the first question, the first card is, what is the importance of this card in my life right now? So your stalker card. It wants to bring you clarity and focus and new opportunities. So new opportunities on the intellectual level, mostly, but new opportunities for clarity and focus. Okay, it really wants you to become clear and focused on something in your life. It could be you could know what that is right away. If you don't, we're probably going to find out more. But so it wants to bring you clarity, focus, and it wants to bring you victory. This is like, that it's the single sword, right? It's like wielding the sword of victory, right? So anything, yeah, it wants to bring you insight, the insight that you're looking for, okay? So yeah, that's what the card that's stalking you is trying to bring you, so that you can make a clear decision. Yeah, it's that clarity, that focus, that insight that helps you make a clear decision about something, okay? That's what they're trying to help you with. That's why they're sending this card or message over and over again. So what do you need to know about this card or message? Okay. Yeah, again, the clarity, right? The King of Swords, he's like got it going on. He has the mental strength and power, that is needed to be clear. He knows the truth of the metaphysical flaw that energy follows thought. So what you think is what you create, okay? What you think is followed by energy, which is creative, right? So the King of Swords is a man who's gained position and status in life through the application of his intelligence to the world around him, okay? Um, so yeah, it's trying to bring you to that place of clarity, real mental clarity, so that you can start thinking in the way that directs your life in the way you want your life to go. Because the other meaning of this card is the Emperor, okay? And the Emperor, he has authority. He's authoritative, right? He's super authoritative. He is the author of his life. He has dominion over himself. He's just very authoritative. So they're trying to bring you that clarity and focus and ability to apply your intellect and your experience and your knowledge and the wisdom you've gained from it all to your life to create the life you choose, you want. All right? So, what is preventing you from hearing the message of this card? Interesting. Yeah, okay. Because you are, this is the High Priestess. Okay, this is the High Priestess, and this is the Two of Pentacles. But the High Priestess, um, so that says to me that because you are so in tuned with your intuition and you have this intuitive wisdom, that you tend to neglect your mental and intellectual wisdom, and you need to partner the two together. Is what I'm hearing in order to fully understand and hear this message. You need to use both your intuition and your intellect and your knowledge, right? So, yeah. Okay. What else? I'm just looking at the Two of Pentacles. Um, there's something about finances that's holding you back from hearing this message as well. You want to create a financially stable life, and you're thinking that, because you haven't maybe created it fully yet, um, that that you don't have that authority over your life, that creative authority, or something is making you doubt your intellect, doubt your clarity, doubt your focus, doubt what you're hearing, doubt the message you're hearing. Okay, don't doubt it. You are the queen of, or not the queen, you are the High Priestess. Okay, so what the High Priestess also brings to light, and the Two of Pentacles brings to light, is this balance. Okay, this balance in the physical world. We live in a world of duality. We live in a world of dichotomy, of polarity, however you want to say it, where there's light and there's dark, and there's the yin and the yang, and it's perfectly balanced. Okay, so okay, so again, I'm reminded of what I knew about creation the other day. So when we create something, we always create both sides of the coin. So if we're trying to create the heads of the coin, which we associate with gain and winning, or we're going to actually have to create the entire coin, which includes the tail side of the coin, which we associate with loss, or loss. So when you understand, so you've been blocked thinking that you can't create, that your thought is not creative, that you're not creating what that you're not this emperor, that you're not this King of Swords, you're not clear and focused, and that you can't have the success that this card offers you, because you haven't quite fully understood yet the balance of the universe, and that when you create, you create both. You create all. You create the whole. but then you focus on what you want. And that's where your mental, so your intuition and everything, your creative side, you create the whole and you understand and you allow and you accept the whole, but your mental focus needs to stay on the side of the coin that you're choosing. Okay, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. That's how I'm to say it, I hear. So yeah, you need to, that's why you need to bring, not just work from your intuition and wisdom and intuitive wisdom, you need to work from your intellectual wisdom as well, and your intellectual experiences and your intellectual knowledge and clarity that you have, so that you can focus on what it is that you want to create. Okay, so how do you release any blockages? Look at that. This is the 10 of Swords, which is exactly what I was just saying. The 10 of Swords um, brings you to a place of arrival on a mental, intellectual level where you can accept what is. You can accept the unpleasant as much as the pleasant, okay? You accept what is, and it's like this 10, it hovers between completion and beginning, new beginnings, right? It's this place of arrival, and where you understand that all belongs, okay, the negative and the positive, and then you are able to accept both, so that you can receive whichever you choose to receive. And this is the Judgment card, which is you're being called. It's an awakening. It's an awakening of under to understand, using your intellect to understand your intuition, okay, and to understand that the universe is perfectly balanced, okay? But you get to choose what you choose to experience. You get to choose what you answer the call to, so answer the call to what you want in your life. Um, you know, create your life, and then focus on what you want. That's what this is saying. So whatever card has been stalking you, okay, whatever card has been stalking you is trying to get you to this place of understanding this. And this message has actually been stalking me. And maybe you guys through me a little bit. So, yeah, it's, yeah, just surrender to what is. Allow all to exist. Allow the wholeness of this 10, right? It's wholeness. It's completion and beginning at the same time, right? So that's allowing both sides of the coin. It's allowing death and rebirth, okay? And then answer the call of your heart, what your heart is calling you to do, what your heart is calling you to be, do, want, have. Answer that call and follow that side of the coin, okay? That's how I'm guided to say it. I don't know if I can say it any other way. All right, that's your reading. You guys go have a beautiful day. All right, my deck number 2 with the Wild Unknown. Let's find out what the card or message that's been stalking you is trying to get across to you. We need 4 cards here. Oh, that didn't take long. I think we might have our 4 cards. We have 1. Just got to check my layout here. 2, yeah. 3, and 4. Okay, I would just pull the top cards from that pile. Okay, so the first one is, what is the importance of this card or message in your life right now? Oh, the 5 of Swords. Okay, this 5 of Swords speaks of a victory, okay? It speaks of a victory. I mean, not an easy one necessarily. It could be taking some time to manifest this victory, right? It's a hard one is what I'm saying, hearing. A hard won victory. Okay? Um so but so yeah. So in this deck in particular, it talks about it being a warning. Okay? The 5 of Swords depicts the destruction of the self. You could be lured into another situation or argument you know to avoid. Okay? Your selfishness and desire for power will lead you to defeat. Pain and discord will result. Okay, so avoid power struggles. That's what this card is trying to tell you. So you could win. That's what I'm hearing. You could win, but it's hard fought. Like I said, it's hard fought. And the fight is what destroys you. Okay? So, yeah, this card is trying to tell you, pick your battles, stay out of power struggles. That's what it's trying to get across to you. What do you need to know about this card? Oh, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. You need to make a decision. The card, yeah, it's trying to help you make a decision. So there's maybe something where you, maybe this situation that's a power struggle for you. You're trying to decide if you stay or leave. Okay? Okay, so with the Two of Wands, it talks about the victory, though. It says, in this book, it says determination and direction. It says, with the Two of Wands, it's clear you're on your way to success. You focused on a goal and have boldly pointed all efforts in that direction. Since the Suit of Wands deals heavily with the mind, take this time to become aware of your thought patterns, specifically toward yourself. What is the quality and tone of your thoughts, mostly positive or negative? How well do you treat yourself on the journey to your highest dreams? Okay, the power struggle is with yourself. And that makes it very clear. The power struggle is with yourself. Okay? You have an inner conflict, an inner power struggle going on that all the messages you're getting are a warning to let that go. Stop that struggle. Stop fighting with yourself. Okay, stop fighting with yourself, because that's what's destroying you. Stop thinking negative thoughts about yourself. Stop saying negative things about yourself. Success is yours. It's both these cards indicate that you will be successful. Okay, but the fight needs to stop, is what they're saying. Okay, the internal battle you're going through. So what is preventing you from hearing this message? Yikes. The Nine of Swords, anxiety. Your anxiety, your need to control, your need to be in control, okay, is what's stopping you from hearing this message. Makes so much sense. Okay, you have this power struggle going on within you. It's creating anxiety. You have this need to control within you, to control yourself, to control others, and all of that creates this negative spiral, okay? And it needs to stop. And the anxiety that you feel when you think of letting go of control, giving up the power struggle, all of that kind of thing is what is holding you back from hearing the message, okay? So how do you release the blockages? This is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's the Eight of Swords. All right. I'm going to the book for this one. That one gives me, yeah, okay. So yeah, you feel trapped and powerless. Okay, that one gave me pressure in my chest. Okay, so you feel surrounded by obstacles and threats on all sides. You find yourself the victim. You see no way out, no available choices. Your perceptions keep you from opening your wings and taking flight, okay? What is keeping you here? Is it yourself or others? The Eight of Swords demands the answer. You cannot hang here much longer. Okay, so they want you to really reflect. So whatever card has been stalking you or message has been stalking you, is like you need to reflect, and you need to understand power, personal power. Personal power is your choice, your ability to choose, which is what this card, the Two of Wands, says here. You have the ability to determine your direction, to determine your success, to determine your life in general, okay? But having that ability to determine doesn't mean you have the ability to control, okay? So when you feel out of control, you feel powerless, okay? But you're not meant to be in control of anything. You are meant to determine yourself, your direction, your path, your everything. So you're meant to determine it, okay? Not control it, if that makes any sense. So you have to stop seeing yourself as a victim of others, of yourself, of situations, of anything, and just remember that you are in the driver's seat of your life, okay? You determine your fate. You determine everything with your choices, okay? With your choices that you make, not by controlling, okay, so that you can squash this anxiety and fear that you have, not by controlling and not by fighting. Remember this fight, not by fighting for control and power, okay? By just choosing to free yourself from this illusion. This is all illusion over here, these swords. And it's all swords. It's all in your head. You know, swords are very about the intellect, right? It's all in your head. It's all in your head. You are not a victim. You are not being challenged constantly. You are not out of control. You are not powerless. Quite the opposite is true, okay? What this Two of Wands is showing you is you have the power to choose every single moment of your life. That's what your message that's stalking you in the cards that are the card that's stalking you is trying to get across to you, okay? I hope that... and it's the wild unknown, right? You don't like the unknown. You don't like the unknown, but you're attracted to it because you chose this. And it's the unknown that you're trying to control. But you face your fear of the unknown by determining your direction, is what the Two of Wands there was saying. All right? That's very cool. All right. Number 3 here. My third deck. Okay, we gotta get our 4 cards. And then we'll do your reading. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, they're giving us a sneak peek of the cards for you. But here we go. All right. So the first one is, first card answers the question, what is the importance of the card or message that is stalking me right now? All right. Ugh. Sorry, that was not a good reaction to that card. This is the anxiety card. I feel like this one's stalking me too. This anxiety card is one of the ones that's stalking me. That's why I went, ugh. Anyway, yeah, you need to release. You need to release your attachment to anxiety, I hear. Stress powers you is a belief system that you have. Yeah, you need to release some anxiety. Yeah, okay, well, let's go to the next card. I hear we'll understand it more. What do you need to know about this card? Yeah, okay. You need to know that your anxiety is because you want to control everything and you want to control this process, this life cycle. There's a life cycle, where there's death and rebirth, and that is called transformation. And you have this fear around it. You have a fear around this cycle because you don't like the death part, right? You don't like the letting go part. You don't like the letting go and letting God part. You don't like the transformation. You don't enjoy that transformation point where you're letting go of the old and moving into the new, because even if the old isn't what you want, it's familiar, it's comfortable, it doesn't provoke anxiety. The new provokes anxiety because you don't know what it is. Okay, so that's what this is about. So what is preventing you from hearing this message? Interesting. What's preventing you from hearing this message? We have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is a very positive card. The Queen of Pentacles is, she understands the connection between the spirit world and the physical world, and how to create in the physical world as a result of understanding, and that, she can attract great wealth and security. So interesting. So you have this insecurity here, this anxiety, this insecurity that's caused because you don't like to let go of the old to allow the new. Um, and I keep hearing, because the old is familiar, the new is not. What is, and this is what is preventing you from hearing this message. Okay. So the message of this card, I'm just going to say the message of this card so that and then we're going to figure this out. It's going to come to us. Great abundance characterizes this card. Oh yeah, okay, it's starting to come already. This is not merely wealth in and of itself, but an inner richness of spirit. The queen's power lies in her wisdom. She has a great deal of earthly resources, but more important, she knows how to use and distribute them. She is intelligent and commands respect not only due to her worldly position, but because of her wisdom, sensibility, and compassion. Okay. What the cards that are stalking you, or the message that's stalking you, is to let go of lack consciousness and move into abundance consciousness. But because abundance consciousness is so foreign, right, to you, you're feeling blocked. And because you can't quite get how this connection truly works, is what I'm hearing. So that's what's blocking you, because you're thinking, well, I am doing it, I'm moving into abundance consciousness and I'm trying to create abundance, but it's not happening. So the minute it doesn't happen, you go back into this fearful anxiety, lack consciousness, right? So you're kind of spinning your wheels in this death rebirth cycle here, and you keep going back and forth between the lack consciousness and the abundance consciousness, because it's not happening fast enough for you. It's not manifesting fast enough for you, or clearly enough, or just here it's not enough. You're not experiencing enough of the abundance consciousness manifestations to reinforce your belief in it. So then you go back here to this anxiety, lack consciousness. So you're oscillating between the two, is what I'm hearing. So how can you release the blockages? Of course, you go within. The Hermit card, you go within. You seek material fulfillment, physical world fulfillment, by going within, by hermiting, by removing yourself almost from the physical world, by letting go, right? That's what I'm saying. You don't like it, but by letting go of your attachment to the physical world and focusing on your inner world. And that's how you reach this fulfillment on the physical world, which is like this paradox, or this thing that's driving you a bit crazy. And we have the 99 here, which is wholeness, completion, fulfillment. So yeah, you can get here. You can get here. You can get to being the Queen of Pentacles. You can get to this fulfillment, but you got to go within. Maybe that's part of what you don't like, the going within. It gives you some anxiety. Sitting still gives you anxiety. Yeah. Going within, sitting still. Like, see, the minute you lie down to sleep at night, the minute you're still, the anxiety creeps in, right? The mind starts to become active and starts to think all kinds of things, and starts to worry about what you're losing here in this process instead of what you're gaining, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, hopefully this helps in some way, and you understand that you just got to go within. You got to do it. You got to go within. Okay, if you want to manifest what you want, need, desire in the physical world, you have to go within. You have to focus on your internal world. Okay, and then you become the Queen of Pentacles through this, and you have to release this anxiety. Oh, that's important too. Anxiety, stress, anxiety, that repels you receiving the blessings. And this queen knows how to receive the blessings from the universe. Okay, she knows when you go within and you're still, and you know, Okay, so in yoga, it's something called Shavasana, I think it is, and it's like the death pose. You lie down and just play dead, basically, and you're super, super still, and you allow yourself to the old self to die and the new self to be reborn, right? So you have to lie still, you have to lie still, you have to lie still and go within in order for the old to go away and the new to come in, right? And this is what this Queen of Pentacles understands so well, and she understands that this going within and like, you know, um, surrendering to the letting go, surrendering to the death of the old, surrendering to the stillness and going within is what calms this anxiety and allows you to receive the blessings from the universe, because stress and anxiety repels them. Okay, so that's your message. That's what's stalking you. Just be still, my child, is what I'm hearing, right? Be still, my child. And we resist that. We don't like that sometimes, especially us with very active minds and very active bodies, and you know, doers. But you need to be. So yeah, you know, we think in society that we have to have something in order to do something, in order to be something, right? But it starts with being. It starts with being, then you do, then you have. But we want to always go right to the doing and having, or the having and doing. And being, we don't always want to, we always kind of want to avoid that, a lot of us, because sitting still makes us anxious. So find a way, okay? I hear it again, be still, my child. Find a way to be still, my child. That's how they're saying it. All right, you guys go have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.